election recently, so this is your chance to sign up, to really get involved and see how you can make that change and not just create a whisper, but to create a roar.
So let me give you a little cast of how this is going to work. So we have 3 kind of mini panels that are going to take place at this beautifully wrapped table here with our ROARR t-shirt insignia on the front. ROARR is the student chapter of the Alliance for Women in Media, in case you're wondering about that connection. So what's going to happen is momentarily I'll introduce our first panel of wonderfully irrepressible media mavens, as we call them, in Chicago. They'll come up. Their title of their panel is Media Makers, because they make media. And let me also say that most of us in this room also make media. We don't just make biscuits and bread and stuff, which sometimes folks want us to do, right? Our second panel is going to be called the Glass Ceiling Breakers. Those are women who have broken through the glass ceiling in their various professions in the media field. Now, I know some of the women on the first panel are saying that's me too, and that's true. So we only could put y'all on one panel, so we had to choose, but you also are glass ceiling breakers, which is duly noted. The third panel is called the Future Generation, which many of you sitting in the audience are members of. We all in our past, no matter where we are currently, have been a part of wanting to get to the next level. And so that last panel is going to give you tips on how to do that.
Y'all haters corny with that Illuminati mess. Paparazzi, catch my fly and my cocky fresh.
But the number one tip for my younger self that I would give is to never let negative people influence or define you. You got to believe in yourself. And I remember somebody once told me a great story, and I've never forgotten it. They said, Candace, if you were in a room full of people and everyone was applauding and you were on stage, and there was one person sitting in the front row with their arms crossed, you would focus on that one person. And that's not the person you need to focus on. You need to focus on all the people who champion your efforts.
I thought about it, and I said the one thing that I wish I had figured out younger, and that was making up with myself when I made mistakes. Because all too often what happens is we spend a lot of time beating ourselves up. And the sooner you can forgive yourself, the easier you move on.
I think I've been able to take risks, be flexible, and be open. I think they have all contributed to my success. And I wouldn't change a thing. If nothing else, I would maybe take more of those out. But I found that I was willing to move to Benton, Michigan. How many people would do that? And my professor at the time said, okay, you can do anything for 2 years. But that opened my world up for international travel. And I can honestly say now, gone to Egypt, Switzerland, Germany, Taiwan.
The way the city's structured is they have the mayor's press office, and then they had a press person in each department. I sat in the cubicle right outside the office for the press person for the Department of Revenue. And he was a great guy. One day he decided to leave, and that position became open. I put together a PR plan for the department, and I set up a meeting with the Director of Revenue and presented my PR plan to her. And she said, wow, this is really great, and so happy to have you come to me, but we do have the position filled, and so it's not available, but I'll keep you in mind. About 2 days later, she came back, and the person they had hired for the position decided not to take it. And lo and behold, I got into that position.
When I met Maya Angelou, she was in her 70s, and I told her I liked my women over 80 because I liked older women. I liked the voice of older women, what they said, what they thought, how they could net down something to what my mother would call a low grade, how they could tell you something in a sentence that was worth a book.
There is honor in serving leaders because you learn so much and you get to see the whole field in a spot where you don't have to take the heat, but it makes you ready for when you are the person.
Nobody was going to teach me or share with me key information that would help me advance. And so one of the things that I did very early on was to make sure that I was absolutely the best at what I did.
And be ready to put in the time. It's not always a ton of fun, but whatever road it is that you take in this business, let it be something that you really enjoy. Because there's a lot of days when it gets really, really tough. And if you don't enjoy what you do, it makes it all the harder.
someone that will follow them, study them. I don't want to say stalk them, but you have to, you've got it, this world and road and your career path, you need help navigating through it. You do. You need to know, I'm crazy, I'm thinking stuff.
That's why I wholeheartedly believe that it's not only about being successful, but truly, where is your mark going to be left? And it needs to be in the next generation.
I think it's very true in life. Any type of rough situation that you're going through, you might be a cancer, someone going through cancer, might be someone who's trying to run a marathon. Anytime that you can surround yourself with other people who are kind of going through the same thing that you're going through, it's a huge benefit.
You know, you just have to stay positive, and whoever's going to help you, you know, just don't expect them to do everything for you. They're there to help you, and it's your job if you're going to listen or not, if you're going to make those steps. And for me, it's helping other people. If I have the resources to help anyone in this room, I'm going to do it because I believe in, you know, karma and positive energy. And if I have that connect for you to get you an interview, I'm going to do it because I'm no better than